There are two types of people: those who live their lives and those whose lives live them. Which one are you? If you're watching this video, it's very likely that you're probably somewhere in between. So on some days, you're conscious of yourself. You are deliberate about the things you do. You try to be productive. You try to make good use of your time. You try to pursue your goals and your dreams. You do everything possible to kind of keep track of all the things that you're doing in your life. But on other days, it's like you are not conscious, very passive. You tend to waste time. You catch yourself scrolling for hours and hours and hours on social media. You feel overwhelmed, you procrastinate a lot, and you kind of give up on your goals altogether, not consciously, but just as a result of the state of mind that you're in. When you go through this cycle, some of the problems that you encounter, you start to feel as if the hours of the day are not enough. Like 24 hours is insufficient for you. You have no motivation. When this goes on and on, you start to lose motivation to even pursue anything. Like somewhere in the middle of the year, you're like, yeah, I wrote that down, but I don't even know how I'm going to achieve that. You're not living a balanced life. You're really struggling to focus. You're really struggling to keep up with your work, keep up with your relationships, your social life, your spiritual life, your health. Sometimes it's at stake. It's like you're just losing yourself. And because of that, some areas of your life are suffering, or sometimes even all areas of your life tend to suffer. If you found any of these things I mentioned familiar, I want you to know that you're not alone. You are not alone, and you can break that cycle. You can put an end to that cycle. But how are you going to put an end to it? How? I'll tell you one thing. You need to put in some work, okay? It's not going to come like magic. You're not just going to get productive by magic. You need to put in effort. It doesn't have to be some huge effort. Small steps every day. But the important thing to know is that you need to put in effort. You need to constantly remind yourself. You need to constantly train yourself with certain things. There are certain things that you need to constantly be conscious of. There are things you need to learn and unlearn. You also need people. You need a community of people, or you need people that you can be accountable to if you want to put an end to that cycle. So if you want to snap out of that lazy life, unproductive life, don't get lost in your thoughts. Don't get lost in your thoughts. It is possible. So how can I help you? I'm on a journey to living intentionally myself. I used to struggle so much with managing time, being productive. I had goals, and like in the beginning of the year, I would write down goals and not be able to achieve all of them. Like by the end of the year, it just felt really discouraging to not be able to meet up the goals that I had planned. And when I look back over those times, I realized, if I had actually kept at it, if I had actually put in the work that I needed to put in, I would have been at a better position than I am now. So I've struggled with every single thing that I've talked about. I was very passive, not conscious of my life at all. Like literally not aware. I was just letting life happen to me. I have figured out how to overcome those things. I have figured out what has worked for me and what is working for others. And I will only tell you the truth, okay? Sometimes we just need to hear the truth about certain things. I'm willing to share because I know it can help someone, even if it's just one person, even if it's just you watching this video right now. I'm willing to share what I know. I hope that it helps you to come out of whatever cycle that you're in, cycle of not being productive, and you know in the deepest parts of your heart that this is not how you want your life to be. You want your life to be better. You want to be more productive, to feel more motivated. You want to achieve certain goals in life, and I want to be able to help you. I want to be that person for you, that person that holds you accountable, and to have that community that holds you accountable and pushes you to become the better version of yourself that you need to be. There's a version of yourself you need to become in order to receive all the great things that you desire. desire, that you've dreamed about, those goals that you've set, you need to become a certain version of yourself before you can receive those things. And this is why I am here, and this is why this podcast exists, this is why this show exists, this is why this channel exists, depending on whichever platform you're watching on or you're listening to. So please join me, please subscribe, like this video, share it with someone. You never know who you might be helping with this video, so share it with someone. Let's get started with this journey together. We're going on a journey. That journey is starting to live intentionally. Share this video with someone, subscribe, and let's start living intentionally together. Okay, I hope that worked. I really hope that worked. Okay, guys, so that is my first video.